Yes. As it was said, I'm Oksana Lozovenko, yeah, and here you can see the photo of my colleague and co-author, Professor Klaus Fleig from Offenburg University of Polytechnic in Germany. Yeah. So, and here is my title, the management in a student engineer laboratory first result. And in this title, I have two phrases that definitely require some explanations. Yeah, so it is a lean management and a student engineering laboratory. And I start with the second part. Yeah. So the laboratory in question is so-called so it is a student engineering laboratory, and students there design and build highly efficient apples. Yeah, and here you can see these apples. And these cars, they, with of course the drivers inside, they, the team and the team that prepare all prepares all these cars, they now more than 25 years, they participate in annual worldwide competition, Shell Evo Marathon. So, for example, we can compare these cars with the existing cars from the industry. So, this car there, the first one from the right side, it is 20 times more efficient than the Volkswagen Golf. And it is a little bit smaller, and it's the first one uses fuel, and this one uses electricity, and it is more than 100 times more efficient than Tesla. So our team has won a lot of international rewards. So and for students, it is an course they can choose. Yeah? And if they choose this course, then they are here. You can see there's some information about the awards here of these last years. Yeah? And this is a lab. So we have enough place for the team, approximately 20 students, a little bit more, a little bit less. And each year, students who enroll in this course, they receive tasks which are corresponding to their major. And then we work in small groups and try to build or somehow make more efficient these cars. So our research started with the student situation, and here you can see the situation. So why is our lab design these efficient and resource saving vehicles is not efficient and resource saving itself? So students notice that they spend a lot of time searching for some items. Yeah? And this laboratory is not a usual laboratory like physics laboratory or chemistry laboratory. So it is open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And students come and go in their free time between lectures or after lectures. And there is no employee who is responsible exactly for this lab. So we have another 3 employees, and they work nearby, and students may ask their help or assistance or some tools. Yeah, but every time they do this, it means less time for these employees because they have another tasks and responsibilities. So. And of course, there's 20 plus students working in this lab. Every time we have a lot of issues with order, disabilities, and these affects the efficiency of the team. And students don't have a lot of time for working this laboratory. They lecture schedule. it is always this time pressure, and this shell ecomarathon also have skates, has some schedule, and they cannot, if they, these cars should be prepared exactly for this competition, and not a week or months later. So, how we can do this? If you look at it in industry, there are some methods, and here you can see a little bit from the state of the laboratory. What can they leave lying there everywhere, and then just go home, and the next morning we have this situation, and the next students come and ask, okay, where is this, how that? So the problem, we also asked not only employees but also students to evaluate order and cleanliness within the board. So it was a scale from -3 to 3. +3 is very good, -3 is very bad. So we can see the answers ranges like widely, and the mean value is +1. It's not really a good value for the portrait. And this is information for employees, disorder, time for searching, and frequent questions. And what really surprised me, and also for employees, that the longest students can work on the project. Because this project, students can choose not only one semester, or 2 second semester, third semester. They can also do their bachelor or the master thesis. So some of them are working in the laboratory for maybe 6, 7 semesters. So they are experts. But the longer they work in the project, the lower they rated. The labs the role, So we wanted to find a way to reorganize this laboratory, and we wanted that somehow we found a system that can help us make this laboratory self-maintaining. So we cannot hire someone to clean every evening after students. We cannot force employees to clean after students. And to force students, it's very hard. Maybe once or twice it works, but not for a long time. So, and when you look at in the industry, there is this specific method, so-called lean management. And I also have this phrase in my title, so now it's time to explain what it is. So, it's so-called quality and process improvement method. And many firms, many plants use it, and with our excursion with the students, we saw how it works. So in our case, in the students, we of course can change the laboratory itself, but it was important that we change students' perception of working in this laboratory. And without it, laboratory cannot become self-maintained. Okay, so if I look at all our changes from the above, I can say that our changes have like 3 directions. It was physical changes, just something how we store tools and materials. It was cognitive changes in students' knowledge, because we showed them how now they have to do this. Now here it was probably because we usually if somewhere people usually start thinking about using lead management, there are courses, there are books, like special workshops. But in our case, we cannot do this. We don't have time for a special course. Also, a workshop is possible, but should be really, really short. So actually, I had only 15 minutes during the first team meeting to explain them what it is and how it works. So we chose the induction method, so students should work in the laboratory. This method was already and effective. Yes, somehow we need it both and both and both without us pushing students every time and remind them, okay, you have to do this, to put these instruments and tools somewhere. Yeah. So to affect the emotional state of the students and change their motivations, we invite our laboratory to small areas, and each student was assigned to some area and should maintain cleanliness and order in these small areas. So now, if we see here, so these areas for us, these area for another students, right? These for third and so on. Yeah, so it should be really small. And once a week, the students come to the lab, look at these tables, okay. Yeah, and then go. So it's not a lot of work for them, so it's work actually, I can say. So, about the physical changes, a little bit more because it's more from the lead management. Yeah, so we have a lot of consumable items in our labs, so clothing, sprays, glue, and all. So, and of course, in some moment of time, we just don't have enough gloves of some size. So, and students working, when they want and they have time, we should have enough gloves ever. So we need some system that both and both, and how can we get this information when it's time to order the next one, or at least time to put there a next one. So the system, so it is idea from the lead management boost system or Kanban. So I have here this small card. So it's not rocket science. For example, we have two something parts of glass, or I don't know, bottle with some liquids. So here to the second one, we attach card. With stable with it. So students use glass from the first part. And at some moment, some student come and have another part of glass with card attached. So he or she should take this card, put it in a special place, and then take gloves and the second one, the third one, and so on. But this card is a special place. It is assigned for an employee. This is time to put the second part of the glass into this cabinet. So, and these parts are have enough gloves that these people have several days to use this. So, and this we did with all these frequently consumable items. So now we don't have any problems with students waiting for gloves or something else, and employees trying to order as fast as they can. So now the results. First of all, some photos. So photos before, and photos after. And I have to say that this photo was made after a semester of students using this system. So it's still absolutely okay. So now students engage. So every part, as I said, of the laboratory has a responsible person. So stay and name there. So before and after. So I have to say that we also have like cleaned up day. Only once a month, last Friday, once they come to the laboratory for half an hour. Clean, yeah, what is not clean, yeah, there. So, and results, yeah. How can I prove that it works? Not on photosynthesis, of course, nice, but it's not enough. Originally, I'm a physicist, so I thought, okay, how can I do this? Yeah, I need some data for vacancy. So I just calculated every morning or Tuesday, please, the amount of items, materials, tools, whatever, that is not on the assigned places. Yeah? So not difficult, but every week. Yeah? So and then I calculated so-called function of order. Yeah, so like hyperbole. So and during the preparatory phase, we have it from 0.4 to 0.5, and then not ideal, of course, it's students, and it is a really, it's a life word, as not there. But still, the minimum value was something like 0.7. So it's really good. And participants here, it was that semester 21 students and from different departments. So, of course, most of them are mechanical engineer, but still we have also students from other departments. So, I can say now that yes, we discovered that these laboratory have some problems. Yeah, there's some problems. And by adopting the lead management, I think I can say that we achieved a noticeable improvement in level of the laboratory efficiency. And we discovered that students are able to maintain the enough order in units in the laboratory with these systems. So, of course, there are limitations. The block intensity is completed in April and May. So, in 2 months, I will see is it really works when it is really the time before the competition. And it becomes really crazy. And actually, I have now the student evaluation of the well-organized laboratory. Yeah, is much better. So, in the references, you can find something useful if you have some problems somewhere with disorder. And I have to mention that the project is founded by Innovation in the Hochschule. It was the foundation, and I have this really nice project resource shown this all over this regular. So, and yes, I think it's so clear attention, and I will be happy to answer your